Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in this video, I want to give you guys a Bitcoin update. What is exactly happening right now with Bitcoin and where do I see Bitcoin right in the next few months? Now, this video is actually going to be very important. So stick around guys, okay? I'm going to be showing you guys, okay, why I think Bitcoin will in fact pump back up to maybe $23,000, $25,000, even maybe potentially $30,000, right? And then of course I will in fact give you guys a daily crypto market update, right? What's going on with Bitcoin, what's going on with Ethereum, and of course other altcoins, what is exactly happening with the cryptocurrency market, right? What I always do, okay, as promised. So that being said guys, let's start with Bitcoin, and this is why guys I think Bitcoin right now, okay, will break out of $20,000, even $24,000, because I just want to say something real quick guys, okay? For the past few months, look, let me start with this, right? For the past few months guys, okay, ever since June, okay, when we had this dip right here, this massive decent dip, right? Bitcoin was in fact, at $31,000, and then it literally dropped in just a matter of a few days, a few weeks, I would say a week actually, okay? It actually dropped all the way back down to pretty much $19,000, even lower, just under $19,000, right? And then we had this sort of breakout, this uptrend. You guys can clearly see that, you know what I mean? I want to say it's like a bear flag, right? So we had a high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, and then high highs, and then it couldn't create, pretty much another higher high. So it dipped even more, guys. And then Bitcoin was in fact at $18,000. So it dipped even more, right? And this is where we are right now. So I just clearly see Bitcoin's currently at $20,000 now. Okay, we are back again at $20,000. We saw this a few days ago. I think it was like 3 days ago that Bitcoin did in fact pump back up to $20,000, which is great to see, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, guys, okay, for the past few months right here, guys, okay, Bitcoin has not been moving. It's been stuck, okay, in the circle. Where I circled, Bitcoin has been stuck right here, you know what I mean, for quite some time now. We haven't seen a massive breakout or anything like that, or a massive dump yet, right? And I've been telling you guys, in the next few months, right, maybe potentially sometime next year in 2023, I really do see Bitcoin going back down, back down to $18,000, $17,000, $15,000, even potentially $12,000, even lower, right? I still believe in that, guys, right? But look at this, guys. In this circle that I drew, okay, I know it's a terrible circle, but guys, we have been hovering between, $18,000 to $24,000, you know what I mean, for a while now. It's been literally a few months, you know what I mean. We haven't seen Bitcoin, reach $25,000, even lower than $18,000 for a while now, you know what I mean. It's just been hovering back up and down. The next thing we'll know, Bitcoin's at $18,000, and then 3 days later it's back up, $20,000, $21,000, and then it'll just drop back down, below 20k, and then it'll go back up 20k. It's been like this for a few months now. We all know that, right? Ever since we had this decent dip right here, this decent drop back in June, you know what I mean? So right now, guys, okay, we have this trend line, and I want to show you guys something real quick, right? This trend line that I lined up, right, you guys can clearly see, okay, it's starting from Bitcoin's previous all-time highs back in November in 2021, right? Last November, that is when, guys, Bitcoin was in fact at about $68,000, almost $70,000, and that was in fact Bitcoin's all-time high, right, back in 2021. And we all know Bitcoin's performance last year in 2021 was amazing. Bitcoin was literally the best performing asset as of 2021. Okay, and cryptocurrency in general, okay, it was a great year, for cryptocurrency, you know what I mean? 2021 was in fact a great year for cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. We all know that. So this trend line, okay, that I lined up was pretty much from Bitcoin's previous all-time highs, right? Last November, like I said, all the way down to where we are now. And I just want to show you guys something, right? So this trend line that I lined up, you guys can clearly see it did in fact touch it. You know what I mean? We did in fact have some touches on this trend line, right? We had one back here in March. You guys can clearly see that, right? And then we had one just right here, okay, just last month, 13th of September, right? It did in fact touch this trend line. And then now, guys, you guys can clearly see, right? I don't know if you guys can see this, right? But let me just zoom in so you guys can see it more clear that we are, in fact, right now, okay, breaking out of this trend line. You guys can clearly see that. So what does that mean, guys? Well, potentially, it might mean we will, in fact, have a breakout, right? Like I said, maybe Bitcoin will potentially go back up $23,000, $25,000, right back up here, okay? Maybe even potentially $30,000, guys. Okay, but I'm telling you this right now. Okay, if this does happen, I still believe with all my heart. All right, and I've been telling you guys this for the past few months. Like literally, I've been giving you guys little warnings and heads up for this. Right, I still Bitcoin's gonna drop back down. $17,000, $15,000, even $12,000, even potentially even lower than $12,000. It's going to happen sometime in the next few months, maybe sometime next year in 2023. If you guys thought that 2022 was a bad year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, just wait till 2023 arrives. It's going to get even worse, guys. Okay, it's going to get even worse. Just wait. Just wait and see, guys. Okay, 2023, right? That year, I think I'm going to be going all in on Bitcoin because I know for a fact Bitcoin is going to drop like crazy, right? And it's not just Bitcoin, right? It's the whole crypto market. And of course, not just cryptocurrency, it's also the stock market. Everything, guys, is going to drop, right? Everything is already dropping right now, right? We are in fact in a bear market. It's going to get even worse next year, guys. If you guys thought that 2022 was a bad year, just wait till 2023 arrives. But yeah, guys, in general, okay, 2022, okay, has not been a great year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? But like I said many times, there's different cycles to this. Last year in 2021, we were in fact in a bull market. Everything was looking absolutely amazing, right? We were all happy. We were all smiling. You know what I mean? We were all in fact up in profits, hopefully. Okay. I was, right? And now, guys, in 2022, okay, we have dropped. You guys have to understand, from Bitcoin's previous all-time highs back in November, right? Last November, to where we are now. This right here, guys, is pretty much a 70% drop, over 70% drop, right? From Bitcoin's previous all-time highs to where we are now, okay? But it is, guys, let me just show you guys on the weekly candles, okay? It is, in fact, breaking out slightly. You guys can clearly see that, right? This green candle right here, okay, is, in fact, over the trend line. You guys can clearly see that. You know what I mean? So we are, in fact, having a slight breakout from, this trend line that we have been having from Bitcoin's previous all-time highs, since Bitcoin's previous all-time highs. You guys can clearly see that, right? So that being said, guys, we might actually see Bitcoin pump back up, $24,000, $25,000, potentially even $30,000, potentially, right? But then after that, I think it's going to have a massive crash, and it's going to crash even worse, guys. Just think about it, okay? We are in fact in recession, right? We have the war that's going on, the Fed, right? Interest rates and whatnot. Like, guys, it's just not looking good at all. And of course, the whole economy, you know what I mean? Bitcoin's going to drop. Ethereum's going to drop. The whole crypto market's going to drop. The stock market is going to drop. Gold, silver, all that's going to drop, okay? And right now, everything is a decent buy. Like, even right now, Bitcoin's at $20,000, and it is, in fact, having a slight pump for the, past few days. I still think buying Bitcoin at $20,000 is still a decent buy. You know what I mean? It really is, guys, right? Especially if you're investing for long-term investments, right? So you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin is, in fact, having a slight pump right now, 0.39%. Ain't nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? But it is in the greens, okay? So it is, in fact, having a slight pump. Look at Ethereum, over 1% today, okay? It's pumping over 1%. Same with BNB, okay? XRP today, pumping over 2%, almost 3%. You guys can clearly see that. Cardano, 0.55%. Solana, 1%. Dogecoin, 1%. Polygon, 2%. Polkadot, 1%. Shiba Inu, 0.61%. Uniswap is pumping 4% today, okay? Ethereum Classic, 2%. Chainlink, 1.7%. FTX 0.56%, Cosmos Atom 1%. So I just can clearly see that most cryptocurrencies and altcoins are in fact in the greens today. Okay, so everything is still holding up pretty well. We haven't seen a massive crash or a pump yet, you know what I mean? But everything is still holding up pretty well, you know what I mean? We are still in the greens. So most cryptocurrencies, most altcoins especially, are in fact still holding up pretty well. Now let's check out Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't really been moving too much. Let me just go to the daily candles right here. But you also clearly see Ethereum hasn't really been doing anything too crazy. You know, we had the Ethereum merge a couple of weeks ago, right? And yes, Ethereum, right, when the merge did in fact happen, we didn't in fact have a pump up, right? It was pumping like over 5%, even more than that, right? 7%. And then it just dropped after that, you know what I mean? Which is normal, you know what I mean? I told you guys that it wasn't in fact going to be a pump and a dump, but Ethereum is still holding up pretty well. Okay, it is in fact pumping today. You guys can clearly see that, right? So that's obviously amazing to see. Ethereum, okay, it's just been consolidating for the past few like days, guys. Literally, it's been like over a week now, and Ethereum has been, you know, hovering between $1,200 to $1,300. You know what I mean? It hasn't really break out of, for example, $1,400. We haven't seen that yet for a while now. It's been like for the past. It's been like, you know, a few days and of course a few weeks, but that's completely normal. You know what I mean? I still think Ethereum right now is still a decent buy. So yeah, the cryptocurrency market is looking great today, guys. You know, some cryptocurrencies are in fact having a slight pump. We are in the greens. You guys can clearly see that, you know what I mean? So we're still holding up pretty well. And this market, okay, the crypto market and cryptocurrency in general, especially Bitcoin, it's really volatile. You guys have to understand that it goes up and down a whole bunch. You know what I mean? And I just want to give you guys an update on what's happening with the Fear and Greed Index right now for the crypto market. It's currently at 26. Okay, so now we are just at fear mode. You guys can clearly see that, right? So we're at 26. And literally 2 days ago, we were in fact at 20. You know, we were in fact at, you know, extremely fear mode. But it is in fact having a pump up right now. You know, yesterday we were in fact at 25. Now we're at 26. So yes. Okay, the Fear and Greed Index is in fact going up right now. We are currently at fear mode. Okay, not at extremely fear. We're just at fear right now, which is great. Okay. So obviously, you know, we saw Ethereum, we saw Bitcoin, and most cryptocurrencies in the market pumping. Okay, and that's why, guys, the Fear and Greed Index obviously had a pump up as well. You know, it did in fact go up slightly. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. So obviously I will in fact keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next few days, few weeks, few months, and of course few years, guys, right? I will always keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin. But right now, guys, it is in fact, as you guys can clearly see, okay, breaking out right now from this trend line, from its previous all-time highs. Okay, let me just show you guys, right? Its previous all-time highs, which is right up there, to this right here where we are now. It is in fact, you guys can clearly see, breaking out of this trend line, you know what I mean? And this hasn't happened for a while now. Okay, so it is in fact having a breakout. So that's obviously great to see. And we might actually see Bitcoin pump back up, you know, like I said, $25,000, maybe even potentially $30,000, guys, right? It could happen, you know what I mean? But I still believe, guys, okay, sometime in 2023, we will in fact see Bitcoin, you know, back down $20,000, you know, maybe potentially $18,000, $16, $15, $14, even $12,000, even lower. I still think that's going to happen, guys, 100%. And if that does happen, you already know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going all in on Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin and of course Ethereum are in fact my two main focuses on buying, you know what I mean, in the crypto market, right? You guys know that. If you guys are OG, you know, subscribers, I always tell you guys this: Bitcoin and Ethereum are in fact my two main investments. I obviously invest into other altcoins, but my main focus here is in fact Bitcoin and Ethereum. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, this is where I'm going to be making the most money with, you know what I mean, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So that being said, guys, I will in fact keep you guys updated, but Bitcoin is still holding up pretty well. You know, we're still at $20,000, which is great to see. Okay, so we might actually potentially see, you know, Bitcoin back up $30,000 all the way up here, right? Maybe. Okay, so we will see. I will keep you guys updated. And that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would also appreciate that as well. So that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.